All right, it's working.
Cool.
What's the picture behind? Is that your plane?
That's one of the planes that I rent. It's at the High River Airport.
Okay. At
Yeah.
first glance, when you first came on the screen earlier, it looked like it was like the background saver from Star Wars or something. And so I was like, what is happening behind you right
I
now?
think that was about this time last year. I was going out to finish my night reading.
Nice. Well, this is the part where we stall and wait for people to join us. So it's always the most awkward space, but it's good. They'll get here. How's your morning so far?
It's good. It's pretty quiet. Just waiting for the day to start.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying to you before we went live is so the Heritage Inn International Balloon Festival is on in the community, as you know, and they weren't able to fly the balloons last night. It was way too windy, but they all got up and I don't know. Do you still say took off in a balloon? I don't even know. They flew today. They just went over my house. I could hear all the
blow torches. Yeah.
Sound effects away, but the just flew over the house. So they all were up in the air today. So it's pretty cool when you come around the corner and like an entire neighborhood has, I don't know how many balloons are here, but I'm going to guess there's at least 25.
Yeah. Well, even like the way home last night from dinner, I was driving down Deerfoot and there's 2 balloons going overhead and traffic was at a standstill. Everyone stops to gawk at the balloons.
Yeah, you don't want to get anywhere quickly in the morning, in the evening in High River over the next 4 days for sure.
Yeah.
Because people you have to pull over and take a look, see. And
yeah, everyone needs a picture.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, like all the pictures look the same every year, but we got to take them. It's perfect. Kevin, good morning. Oh, look, Mom's here.
Oh, hi, Mom.
That I knew was a guarantee. I'm like, we'll have one viewer no matter what. No, I'm just kidding. We got lots of people hanging out. Say hi in the comments.
Someone will show up.
As you join us this morning. We don't normally go on Thursdays, but thankfully my guest, Ronan, was very sympathetic of the horrible migraine I had yesterday. I was like, we could still go live, but I don't care about you today, is basically how that works. I'd be like, here's Ronan.
I think that was the text verbatim.
Good morning, Daryl. Good morning, Angie. Well, welcome to Virtual Coffee Club. I'm excited to have Ronan come hang out. Your family's been on the coffee club before, so I guess it's your turn now.
Yeah, it's about time.
Like, I've been waiting for you to talk to me. Come on now. But Ronan is a young pilot who's a part of a really cool event that's happening in the High River area this weekend that we're going to chat about this morning. But I think your story is also super unique because when most kids were thinking about getting their learner's license and then their regular license, you were like, you know what? I think I'm going to work on flying a plane instead of flying a car.
Yeah.
Is that how that worked? Or like, how did that even happen? Because I feel like knowing your mom so well, I was like, really? Like your child's old enough to fly a plane? When did this happen?
Yeah, well, Mom often calls it my factory settings. Like we don't know where my love for aviation came from. It just came easy to me. So at 14, I was lucky enough to get a scholarship in BC for my glider pilot's license. And it kind of took off, pardon the pun, from there. So at 15, I soloed in a glider. And then the winter following, I started flight training in Okotoks.
Yeah.
And next summer, I went back to BC and worked at the airport in lieu of flights. So I finished my glider license off that summer. And I finished my private pilot's license in the middle of COVID. And then I just did my commercial pilot's license this spring. So it's been about 5 years, I think, since I started flying.
And how many hours of flying time does that take, or do you even keep track?
Well, your commercial is 200 hours total time. So now I'm about 300 hours, just under.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy to think about. That's a lot of hours.
It is. It's a lot of hours. When you stop and look at like your usual work week at 40 hours a week, and then you look at your commercial license, it takes 200 hours of time building. It's a lot of time to be spending looking at fields.
Yeah, off the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of your time building time when you're working towards your commercial is just going for flights with friends and family.
Yeah.
I I take friends to Infomere all the time for coffee just so I can log some hours. So you're
Okay.
just going around and looking at this stuff.
Now that you're on Coffee Club, I get to go for a flight. This is the trade-off. You know this, right?
Yeah, yeah, I was anticipating that, yeah.
Like, now it's my turn. Your mom's like, "I haven't been on Coffee Club." Okay, just dad has. We'll have to get mom on Coffee Club then. Fine, fine. We'll put the whole family on. Then it'll be Abby's turn.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't know where your love of flying came from. You just
No, it's kinda
realized you
been
liked it?
my whole life. It's, dad would take me to the airport when I was growing up, and we'd just go to Tim's and get lunch and watch the planes come and go, and, I guess that kind of fostered it, but it's always been what I wanted to do. I've had the little moments in life where I decided I want to be a firefighter for a week, and then I came back to being a pilot, and, no, it's just been an interesting concept to me to be able to fly planes.
Well, you could combine the two and fly planes that help to put out fires.
That is still on my bucket list, yeah.
There's still that option. You could make the
Yeah.
two go together. Well, and I think what's interesting is on Monday's Coffee Club, we had a balloon pilot on, and so he was sort of talking about some of the history and the cool things about how balloon flights came to be. And then
Mhm.
today we have an airplane pilot, which, I mean, the two are so different. Like Jamie joked on Monday, he's like, "Well, we can fly and we don't even need wings."
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. No, that's the thing about aviation. It's such a diverse industry and community. Um, like one type of plane can be used for charter, medevac, and firefighting. So you get every you get everyone from everywhere working towards the same thing
Yeah.
using airplanes. Like it's a tool, and there's people built around the tool.
And do you know at this point for you where you want that to go? Like what happens next? What kind of flying you will ultimately do first?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing my instructor's rating. So that's just a little bit of extra training that will let me teach other students. So while I'm teaching, I'll start going to university, and at some point, I'd like to go to the regional airlines,
Yeah.
um, and that'll most likely be the end goal is regional type stuff. And I'm not
Yeah.
one for spending 6 days in Tokyo. It's just not not my lifestyle. So
No.
I'd uh, I'd do the little puddle jumps to Calgary and Toronto, and
But you don't feel like doing that. Well, and I feel like those really long, like 12, 24-hour flights, they're really, I don't want to say boring, but kind of, right?
yeah. Well, then you get to a point in your flying career where you kind of stop flying planes and start watching them fly themselves, and
Yeah.
trying to hang on to the flying the planes part as long as I can.
You could like end the career. Like you could retire being a long flight. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
You've got so many years ahead of you that you can do just about anything.
yeah.
Do you have anywhere like on your bucket list that you would like to fly to? Like somewhere like you bringing the plane into that destination as a goal?
Hmm. I've been dreaming up this trip across Canada actually. So I'd
Yeah.
like to go kind of from Calgary, go along the border all the way out to the East Coast, and then kind of make a lap, go up to Nunavut and across the territories, and then back down into Tofino and over to Calgary again. But yeah, it's I think the one day when I have money in a plane to take a couple months off and
Right.
go
Yeah.
fly around the country, I'll do that.
Well, and just think for a moment. Like I feel like we take Canada so for granted as Canadians. And you think about that flight journey for a moment, the amount of different, even just landscape that you would see in that time
Mhm.
frame is phenomenal because we cover it all.
Mhm. Yeah, you've got forests and prairies and, the rocky cliffs out east and tundra up north. Like, if you look at the world's geography and all the different terrains you can have, we've got 6 of them in Alberta.
Yeah. Like, it's so crazy. And
Yeah.
we don't think about it. You just think about foreign destinations that have all
Yeah.
of these things and
Going
like
to
we've
see
got
the
quite a bit.
pyramids in Egypt, and we've got sand dunes in Athabasca. Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. All right. Tell me about there's the annual Fly-In Breakfast is happening this Saturday. Tell me about this event.
Yeah, so we haven't run one since COVID, for obvious reasons, the restrictions and all that good stuff. So, this is the first one back since COVID, and I've gone to a couple fly-ins this year already, and people are generally pretty happy to come out and be in the communities again. So, the Foothills Flying Club is hosting one at High River this Saturday from 8 to 11 a.m. And there's going to be pancakes and some eggs and sausage, and a bunch of planes are going to come in and mingle with the community, and it's just going to be a good kind of community connecting event.
Yeah. Well, and do you end up, is it just pilots that come from the Foothills area, or do you invite pilots from all over to come in?
We typically see a couple people come out from further away.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple people that I know that are coming from the Edmonton area. Um, but that's the great thing about planes, right? Turns a 4-hour drive into a 1-hour flight. So and pilots are known for going for the $100 hamburger, so to
Yeah.
speak. So we
Yeah. Come for
we
your $200 pancake breakfast. It's going to be amazing.
yeah, yeah, we're always looking for an excuse to pull the plane out of the hangar. So yeah,
So pancakes it is. Well, and I think this is kind of fun. So what's neat about it is it's open to all of the public to come take part. Like you don't have to be a pilot, you don't
absolutely.
have to fly
Yeah.
in. You can just come and be a part of it.
Yeah, yeah, you can come in and enjoy the food and come check out some of the planes. And that's probably the neatest part about all these fly-ins is having, the ability to talk with other pilots about flying, but
Yeah.
then to go talk to members of the public about flying. And especially when there's a kid or someone that's thinking about getting their pilot's license, that you can kind of kindle the flame in them during that
Yeah.
pancake breakfast.
We think of little Ronan from 6 years ago to
Yeah,
now, right? Like there's a kid who's going to come to check it out on Saturday who could be the next you, which is kind of cool.
exactly. Yeah.
Pancakes. I mean, who doesn't want to go for a pancake breakfast?
Oh, they're my favorite food.
My favorite food group is pancakes and
Oh, yeah.
sausage.
I'm
Yeah.
like Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if people want to find out, I mean, that's kind of there's pretty simple details in that it's between 8 and 11 on Saturday. But if people are um, wanting to gather some more information or check things out, where's the best place for people to learn about the fly-in for Saturday?
Yeah, well, where do we learn anything right now? It's always on the internet. So, Facebook, Foothills Flying Club on Facebook. We've got an event published there, and it's got some info on there. And also on our website, foothillsflyingclub.com. There's the poster up there, and there's going to be some more information later today.
Awesome. I'm skipping this into here. Like to stick out my tongue to type, and people can see that. Now you know what it looks like when I'm working from home. There. So yeah, look up Foothills Flying Club for the event this weekend. I think it should be a whole schwack of fun.
Yeah, I can try and link it here too.
Yeah, I can link it to the our Facebook after we're done being live also. Morning, Kelly. Morning, Kathy. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. So, but your plane is in High River, right? So you don't get to fly in. You have to just drive there.
No, I'll have to drive in from Calgary, but I think there's gonna be a couple of our club members that are gonna tow their planes out of the hangar and put them on display there, so,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a couple planes. We can never guarantee how many planes
Yeah.
are gonna come out because it's entirely weather dependent, but in the
Truth.
past, we've had up to 30 planes, so
But even if it's, say, worst case scenario, Saturday's a crazy morning, but it's looking really beautiful and actually quite warm at this point. The pancake breakfast goes on no matter what, right?
absolutely, yep. There's gonna be some pilots that'll fly in all weather and some pilots that can only fly when there's blue skies, so there's gonna be some planes no matter what, and, well, we're gonna have people there flipping pancakes, so
Yeah.
we don't wanna take them home.
Well, it's free breakfast regardless, so we got you covered for Saturday.
Yeah,
What's your favorite? What's your most favorite thing about flying?
I've gotta say the people. It's, uh
Really?
it's a different industry. It's
Yeah.
not super competitive. Obviously, when you're hunting for jobs, it's gonna be competitive. Um, but when you're going to an event like a fly-in, or I've also done some work with the air tours, um, there's a lot of connection and a lot of trust in aviation.
Yeah.
You can meet someone on a Friday night at some fly-in event, and they'll toss you the keys to their plane on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Um, there's just this incredible amount of trust in the community, and everyone's really willing to help each other out. And that's probably what's most interesting about aviation to me is
Yeah. The
um,
camaraderie.
it's not your typical industry.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Where's your favorite place that you've flown to?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'd have to go with somewhere on the island. I went to
Yeah.
Tofino and Qualicum Beach in August, and I think Tofino was the
Yeah.
favorite.
I
We
can see that.
we came out. There's a channel that goes from Port Alberni out to Ucluelet, and so we flew that channel and then up and down the beaches a little bit while we were waiting to land in Tofino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see any like whales or sea lions or anything?
no, just lots of surfers,
Yeah.
lots of surfers, and we discovered there's a couple small little beaches on some other islands that people take a boat out to for the day.
Oh, yeah. You
So
would
we
get like
saw,
the literal bird's eye view of, of the other
yeah,
cool
we saw
pockets
a
of
couple
things.
people having a beach party at 10 a.m. on a, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you for taking time to have coffee with us this morning. And we hope that lots of people, if you're in Southern Alberta, Saturday morning, head out to the High River Regional Airports and have pancake breakfast with a whole bunch of cool pilots and learn more about the Foothills Flying Club. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's an opportunity to become part of the camaraderie that you have in the aviation world and check some more
yeah.
things out.
Absolutely. Come say hi.
That'll be awesome. Okay, if I can get up before 11. No, I'm just kidding.
It'll be a miracle if I'm out of bed before 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like in Southern Alberta, it'll be a cool weekend because I think you're planning on attending. So tomorrow night is the glow event for the balloon festival, and so
Mhm.
Jamie was telling up this about us on Monday, and so tomorrow night is the opportunity where they just stand all the balloons up in the dark, and in the dark you get to watch them glow and fill, and it's just this, it's such a delight of colors and views, and you can
Yeah.
learn about that, and then the next morning you go and head to the airport and learn about different and get more food, like
Yeah. Well,
it's all
the food's
yeah.
the main driver. The food's the only reason I'm going.
Yeah. It's like,
No,
where
it's
else
gonna
can you
be
get
a
a good meal? Yeah, the here
yeah,
and
it's gonna be
here.
a full weekend of aviation in Iowa.
Yeah, it'll be really awesome. So we appreciate your time, Ronan. Thank you so much.
No
And
worries.
good luck heading to university in a couple of weeks, right?
Flight school first.
Flight school,
Doing my
whatever.
instructor
Plane
rating, then
plane
uni.
class.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll call it all the wrong things for you.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. And I'm sure we'll check in with you again really soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. We'll go see Ronan on Saturday morning. It's going to be a fun day. And
Yeah.
everybody, we will see you yeah, tomorrow morning, I guess we're back for coffee club. So see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Everybody, have a good rest of your Thursday.